I beg you, President Trump, please stop making this political. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, New York.
Olivia, thank you for that report. There's also breaking news in the investigation into a woman being set on fire on a CTA train.
Police have a person of interest in custody, and now we've learned of a potential link to an attempted arson outside Chicago City Hall. ABC7's Chuy Garcia outside police headquarters with what we have just learned tonight.
Sources tell me detectives are looking into the possibility that the person of interest in this case may be linked to another fire that broke out outside of City Hall this past Friday. The source saying that surveillance video from both incidents show a general similarity in appearance. This as we wait to hear more information from Chicago police investigators. As the peak of rush hour comes to an end, CTA riders hoping Chicago police have the person responsible for an incident on the Blue Line train that sent a woman to the hospital with severe burn injuries.
That's an absolutely horrible thing to have happen on the L. But I have to say, for past 3-4 years, the L has not been a pleasant experience at best, and it's a dangerous experience at worst.
Chicago police say a 45-year-old man got into an argument with a 26-year-old woman Monday night, that fight turning violent after investigators say the man poured an unknown type of liquid on her and set her on fire with a lighter. This happening on the CTA Blue Line train.
I just saw a lady that was lying on the ground, and they were trying to give her CPR, and she looked like she was in an awful lot of pain.
The suspect ran away after the train stopped at Clark and Lake. The 26-year-old woman, witnesses say, fell to the ground after she was able to get off the train.
I was just seeing her lying on the ground, and she was kind of hyperventilating, in a lot of pain. She was really, you could tell she was really in bad shape.
The Chicago Transit Authority saying in a statement, quote, the CTA has been working closely with the Chicago Police Department and the Public Transportation Unit detectives embedded at the Strategic Decision Support Center dedicated to CTA to support their investigation, which has now led to the arrest of a person of interest. The 26-year-old was taken to Stroger Hospital in critical condition with third-degree burns. We do not yet have an update on her condition. Again, Chicago police do have a person of interest in custody as detectives review more surveillance video from the area. At Chicago Police Headquarters, Chuy Garcia, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Kate, thank you for the latest. A big show of support today after a disturbing video of a mother and her children being attacked went viral. And dozens of concerned people were at Bright School today demanding justice. Video shared on Facebook shows the attack. And you can see the woman being punched and eventually falling to the ground, where the assault turns even more violent. Now, we aren't showing the video past that point because it is too graphic. We've also blurred the faces of the people involved because they're minors and no charges have been filed. The mother and her 9-year-old son went to the hospital with serious injuries. Family says the boy has been bullied for 2 years.
The outrage, and I just feel like we got to do better as parents, maybe a community, maybe as the school, and this could have been prevented if the school would have helped out more, the principal would have stepped up.
Justice still need to be done. Something needs to be done to the kids that jumped on them.
The school released a statement saying in part, quote, we are horrified by the attack on this family, and we are working collaboratively with city departments and agencies to provide support to the victims of the attack. The mayor's office tells us they are working with the CHA to relocate that family.
A mother says she was stripped of her dignity when she was forced to leave a Northwest Indiana hospital just moments before giving birth. Mercedes Wells and her husband Leon were visiting Indiana when she went into labor on Sunday with their 4th child. They went to Franciscan Health in Crown Point. Wells says that a nurse told her to go home, and she never saw a doctor. Wells's mother recorded the video of her daughter being wheeled out of the hospital by security. Minutes later, Wells' husband delivered their daughter, Elena.
Still can't believe it that they did that to me. And everyone stood around to witness this, all the staff, and no one said a word.
I just prayed and asked God for guidance.
Well, the CEO of Franciscan Health says in a statement that privacy laws prevent them from saying more, but telling us that the video is being reviewed as part of their investigation. And for the first time in 7 years, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman was welcomed to the White House. He arrived to military flyover and a greeting from President Trump. U.S. intelligence had found that the prince likely was responsible for the 2016 killing of Washington Post reporter Jamal Khashoggi. When asked about it, President Trump dismissed the questions about the optics of today's visit.
You're mentioning somebody that was extremely controversial. A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about. Whether you like him or didn't like him, things happen, but he knew nothing about it, and we can leave it at that.
Also today, the prince announcing a $1 trillion investment in the U.S.
U.S. House of Representatives has voted to formally rebuke Congressman Jesus Chuy Garcia. The House resolution, quote, disapproving the behavior of the congressman is in the wake of his surprise announcement that he's retiring at the end of his term. Garcia is accused of undermining the election process by helping position his chief of staff to replace him. Congressman Garcia says his retirement plan follows Illinois law and denies any wrongdoing. A fellow Congressman, Raja Krishnamurthy, among those voting against the rebuke, which was actually triggered by a fellow Democrat.
Well, unfortunately, it's a relic of Illinois law that needs to be changed. And I think that we have to go to Springfield, Illinois, the capital, to change it to prevent this kind of thing from happening. But I didn't think it was appropriate given, unfortunately, the large number of people across numerous states who've engaged in this to have Chuy Garcia singled out.
House Democratic leaders issued a strongly worded statement today defending Garcia and condemning what it calls a, quote, misguided measure.
Let's talk about our weather on this Tuesday night as we see a lot of cloud cover. It was gloomy, cloudy, gray, dark out there all day. Fall is in full force across Chicago.
And meteorologist Greg Dutra joins us now with the ABC7 AccuWeather forecast. We're going to deal with this for a couple days, it seems.
We do, yeah, at least until the weekend. Like, we can do better than this, right? Just a couple of days ago, last Saturday, it was 71 degrees. We had sunshine. Sunday was much cooler, but we still had the sun. But we know this time of year we can get stretches where there's a few cloudy days in a row, and that is what we have gotten ourselves into going back to yesterday afternoon when those clouds first arrived. Here are the rain showers. They really performed according to what we thought they would do, with most of the rain off to the north, but not much total rainfall, about 1/3 of an inch at the most. A lot of us along and south of Interstate 80 seeing much less than that, on the order of hundredths to a tenth on the higher end of things. Most of those higher totals came north of Interstate 80. Temperatures have been steady Eddie all day long. They started off in the upper 30s. They were in the upper 30s to lower 40s at lunchtime. They're in the lower 40s right now, some upper 30s too, and that's about where they end up for low temperatures tonight. So don't be shocked when you see that. Basically a flat line with lots of clouds in it all the way through tomorrow afternoon. But I am tracking some better weather just in time for the Lights Festival, all coming up, guys.
All right, sounds good, Greg. See you in a few. When was the last time you needed your ID and then realized you left it at home? Starting tomorrow, it could get a little easier in Illinois to always have your identification at the touch of a button. ABC7's Evelyn Holmes has more on digital identification.
Starting on Wednesday, you'll be able to put this, your driver's license or state ID, on this as the state launches its very own mobile ID program.
For anyone who's ever left the house without their wallet, fumbled for their ID at airport security, or wished government services were just a little more modern, today changes everything.
Calling it a game changer, the state announced the Illinois Mobile ID program, a way Illinois residents can securely add their state-issued driver's license or state ID to Apple Wallet, enabling participants to present their identification in person, online, and in apps at select businesses and organizations, as well as at TSA checkpoints at airports in the U.S., including O'Hare and Midway.
Illinois driver's license and state IDs in Apple Wallet takes advantage of the privacy and security features already built into iPhone and Apple Watch to help protect against tampering and theft.
The announcement comes as Apple unveiled its new digital ID system for users to add their U.S. passport information to Apple Wallet, which can be scanned at airport readers. Giannoulias says people still need to carry their physical IDs because digital IDs won't replace physical ones right now. And while officials say the technology keeps personal data safe and secure, local cybersecurity expert IIT's Dr. Maurice Dawson says while the innovation is definitely needed, security challenges remain around the information database and the end user, especially if the phone where the identification is stored becomes inoperable, corrupted, or even stolen.
The real challenge is how the database is going to be protected, because there's a lot of information going there. You have For those that need to prove that they're a U.S. citizen to get the star ID, the star in their ID, they have to provide certain documents. All that information is stored and is going to be used on that particular database. Also, reproducibility.
Illinois joins 12 other states and the territory of Puerto Rico offering the option. Experts say the cost to maintain physical IDs could eventually force municipalities to go digital, presenting a challenge for those who are not tech savvy and potentially requiring other verifications like biometrics. Right now, it is only operational on Apple iPhones, but Google Store and Samsung will be quick to follow. Reporting from Chicago's South Side, Evelyn Holmes, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
This is a talker.
Yeah, this is really interesting, though. Some good things about it and some.
You're hesitant. You're
concerned.
Old school, classic paper copy. You're not alone.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people wouldn't even be able to figure it out, right? They just wouldn't want to hassle with it.
I don't know, but it's the future. You know, I mean, you got to be innovative and be creative.
I'm all for it.
I know, he's a techie.
I do like that tech stuff. They already know everything about us anyway.
I know, right? They're listening right now, whoever they are.
Right.
So let's talk about protecting young gamers online, everybody. What Roblox is now rolling out to keep adult strangers away from your children.
Plus, the new podcast king, the big move from Joe Rogan's show.
And later on, we'll head to Music City for our preview of country's biggest night. Guess who's there? Our very own Ryan Chiaverini. He's on the red carpet. You got to see this. A consumer safety workshop today on the South Side aims to raise awareness against holiday season scams and frauds. Well, today's workshop featured fraud prevention specialists from Chase Bank as well as the Chicago Police Department. Now, according to the Federal Trade Commission, Illinois residents lost more than $324 million last year to fraud and scams, and they also say that seniors are especially vulnerable to scams around the holiday season. And Roblox today announcing new safety measures, it says, that are aimed at protecting its young users. The popular children's gaming platform says it is rolling out age checks and an optional age-based chat feature. This after several lawsuits allege that the platform helps facilitate child sexual exploitation and grooming. Here's ABC's Melissa Adan.
Gaming platform Roblox now rolling out age checks for its 151 million users. The company says the safety feature using facial age estimation technology will also offer an optional age-based chat feature, so minor users will only be allowed to chat with other minors who are similar in age and not adult users.
That is an important step forward in making online platforms safe for children worldwide.
The company expecting to enforce these new age requirements in the U.S. in January. The move comes as Roblox faces at least 35 lawsuits alleging it fails to protect minors from adult users who meet and abuse children on the platform, and that the platform helps facilitate child sexual exploitation and grooming.
Sometimes what you need is one company to lead the way and other companies will follow. If you change the industry standard, you don't want to be the least safe platform online.
According to the Justice Department, other sites such as Discord are also facing mounting pressure after an online network of extreme predators known as 764 have accessed these types of sites, leading to charges of cyberstalking. Colby and Leslie Taylor plan to sue Discord after they say 764 allegedly pushed their 13-year-old son Jay to take his own life.
Because that was the doorway that these bad guys that we would never let into our home.
Cybersecurity expert Elizabeth Newman has these tips for parents.
Making sure they're communicating to family members or friends from school or friends from that you met over the summer, but in real life they are kids that are their age and that they are engaging with online.
Discord says the horrific actions of 764 have no place on Discord or anywhere in society, and that it's working aggressively to keep bad actors and harmful content off its platform, including investing heavily in new digital tools and cooperating with law enforcement. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Melissa, thank you. And today, Apple released its ranking of the top 10 most popular podcasts in America. The Joe Rogan Experience, which was in third place last year, made the jump to take first place. The Daily from the New York Times now holds the number 2 spot, followed by the Mel Robbins podcast. Rogan routinely draws many millions of listeners and viewers and remains the envy of the podcasting world. Joe Rogan Experience also currently ranks number 1 on YouTube's weekly podcast chart. That has been a popular show for many, many years.
It's really interesting. I'd like to see the rest of the list too.
Yeah, those are some good ones.
And why certain ones are more popular than others. So it's interesting. All right. Well, still to come for us tonight, how a Thanksgiving episode of Friends. Yes, it has inspired a new gravy condiment from Heinz.
This is getting a lot of press today.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about one more time, Cheryl, then that's it.
Maybe tonight, too, at 10. Might be the kicker.
It could be the kicker. We'll also, meteorologist Greg Dutra back with a chilly gray week, but then some improvement and the big Festival Lights Parade this weekend. He's got your forecast coming up. Are you excited for the parade? Live look at the Navy Pier camera. Cheryl, just a couple days.
This is my favorite view now.
It's new.
Oh, easy.
So stunning.
Ferris wheels spinning around. It's pretty cool.
The colors are pretty, and when it's a clear night, it's even more sparkly in the city. But yeah, I'm excited, and I heard the weather is going to be in the 50s.
For the parade?
For the parade.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
huge.
We've got that, turning on the Christmas tree on Friday.
Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse going to be here.
They're already starting to arrive.
They are?
Santa is on his way, too.
Ooh.
And Mrs. Claus. She's coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I say that
fireworks.
right? Mickey and Minnie.
Mouse. Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse.
Or Mickey and Minnie.
Yes.
I know they're very specific.
Right.
I'm going to upset people.
Yes.
But I think I got it right. Did I? Lee, did I get it right?
And we've got Navy Pier. There are going to be fireworks where we were just looking at on Saturday night.
You mean
right after?
You mean the live view from the Cheryl Burton downtown Navy Pier camp?
Right.
We're trying to get that sponsored.
And for now, it's Cheryl Burton.
You just wait until this weekend.
Well, but you have fireworks at the end of the parade,
exactly.
too, right?
That's what I'm talking about. And it's going to be right there at Navy Pier where you can see it. It's right there at that area.
Oh, I thought it was on the Wecker Drive.
All of that.
Okay.
No matter where you are in that area, you get to see it.
They are fireworks after all. Famously, they go into the sky. So
most people just want to see Santa.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Claus
and Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. Although a little bit chilly, gonna have to throw on the full I don't know, what is it, like reindeer pelt coat? Well, I guess that'd be kind of weird if Santa used reindeer pelts for his coat. I don't know. But it'd be warm. 37 degrees in Lake Geneva now. 41 degrees in McHenry. Man, wear the coat and make them pull your sleigh. That's just not right. 43 in Whiting, upper 30s in Merrillville, and 44 degrees in Plainfield. 42 degrees your current temperature in Morris, as we have stayed just about flat all day long, and we can't get enough of this can. So nice. We showed it twice here. Beautiful shot. And that's with cloud cover in place. Just imagine this view when we have a stunning sunset sometime in the middle of the summer and there's lots of boats hanging around. That shot will be fuego. 42 degrees, again, mostly cloudy at this point. Winds out of the northeast, so they are off of Lake Michigan, kind of blowing from the camera lens of that picture and towards the city and onshore too. And temperatures in the mid 40s at the lake, that's helped to moderate things just about area wide, really, into that mid to lower 40 degree range. Yes, we still have clouds in place now. There are plenty of clouds here off into the southwest too, is that second area of low pressure. Remember, the first one brought us the rain showers we saw today. Now we're watching this second one to see where it goes during the middle and end of the week. And originally it looked like this was going to be our forecast for Thursday. We were perhaps going to catch some even rumbles of thunder and another round of heavy rain. But as I put Futurecast in motion and this moves south of kind of the crosshairs on the four corner states, it's a good reference point for where it moves when it exits the Rocky Mountains. It just has to be a little bit more north or pull more north to go ahead and give us the rain showers. It does not do either of those, and instead, here's Futurecast Friday afternoon with those rain showers staying well off to our south. I'm still going to keep a chance of rain south of Interstate 80 just for the wiggle room on this system. 100 miles here, 100 miles there as it makes its way into the leeward side of the Rocky Mountains. Our forecast lows tonight, pretty much the same as what you see at the bottom of your screen. Upper 30s to lower 40s. They've been there, as I mentioned, all day long. That's where they stay for lows tonight. And it's basically where they are for high temperatures tomorrow. Mid 40s during the afternoon hours. You're hardly going to notice the difference between 42 degrees now, our low of 39, and then our high in the 40s during the afternoon. But where you will notice the difference is when our evening temperature, or the Lights Festival, is in the mid 40s at 5 o'clock in the evening. And the skies will be partly cloudy to mostly clear, and we'll have a southerly wind, so that'll help warm us up even more into Sunday when the Bears are at home and we got a pair of 5s. So we are kind of paying the toll now in terms of cloud cover for a pretty stunning weekend by what'll be at that point, I mean, is already a late November weekend.
Looks good.
Yeah, let's get all the clouds and all of that out of the way.
Right.
Yes. The weekend. It's Caleb's birthday today. Happy 24th birthday.
Yeah, I know he watches the show.
I know he does.
Big
I mean,
show
they're
fan.
off on Tuesday, so he's watching.
Right.
You know, he had an early birthday present on Sunday. He's got great weather for Sunday.
Mid 50s. Can't complain about that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. You know who else probably got great weather's down in
Yeah.
Nashville, right? Country music's
Having
biggest
fun.
night is tomorrow. Who will take home the top awards and which entertainers will hit the stage?
Well, you know who has the insight on this. Our very own Ryan Cheverini is in Nashville for all the glitz, glamour, and excitement at the CMAs. Hey, Ryan.
Guys, I am literally on the red carpet. When I say literally, take a look. They are still constructing it. Still has the new carpet smell in here. It will be ready to rock and roll tomorrow night for country music's biggest night. And that means the biggest stars will be performing and in the building. Chris Stapleton, Kenny Chesney, just to name a couple, Megan Maroney, and also Lainey Wilson. Not only one of the top nominees, she's also going to be the first female solo host since Reba McEntire back in 1991.
I am on cloud 9 to be hosting the CMA Awards. I love to run my mouth and I love country music. It's a nice time just to celebrate everybody, and it's going to be a party if I have anything to do with it. The opening monologue of the show is honestly just me being a fan of music, me being a fan of this incredible genre, and celebrating other artists. And I don't want to say too much because I think it's going to be one of those moments that gets everybody up on their feet and really sets the tone for the whole night.
And this is my, I think, 4th CMAs
The first year I was just on the red carpet interviewing other artists, and then the past 3 years I was invited and nominated, and this is the biggest year of nominations for me, and it just, like I said, feels like a big celebration for my whole team.
And it's the ladies leading the way this year. Ella Langley, Lainey Wilson, and Megan Maroney are all tied with 6 nominations. But no matter who wins, it's going to be a great night for everyone. And it's going to be a great night for you. Make sure you tune in to our pre-show coverage starting at 4 o'clock. And then, of course, the CMAs on ABC7 at 7 o'clock. But for now, from Music City, Ryan Shiverini, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Ryan, thank you. Here are all the details. Ryan co-hosting On the Red Carpet with Joelle Gargiulo. You can stream the pre-show coverage starting at 4 on theredcarpet.com, CMAawards.com, or on Hulu.
Monica got that music for us going. Yes.
Oh, I knew it. You got to do your accent.
Of course. Yeah. And then just watch the CMAs right here, every ABC7, and over at ABC7, of course. You guys have any favorites you want to see perform?
No.
Okay. We'll be right back.
You can't go back to the Chicago accent.
Yeah.
You got to sell it, Cheryl.
Just ahead of Thanksgiving, Heinz has a new condiment inspired by the show Friends.
So you remember Ross's legendary leftover sandwich, the Moist Maker. Heinz is paying tribute to it with this limited edition leftover gravy. Remember that episode? Ross says his sister Monica makes the best leftover sandwich. The secret, she puts an extra slice of gravy-soaked bread in the middle. The new condiment is available today, but only online through Walmart. The kit even includes a recipe for what Heinz calls the ultimate Thanksgiving leftover sandwich.
Now that sandwich looks delicious.
It
Right
does.
there. With the cranberry sauce and everything.
Do we need their help to make the perfect sandwich?
Do you intentionally overcook and then keep the leftovers, or what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Overcook the amount of food.
Great.
Yeah.
Not overcook.
Not overcook the food.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I know you're doing the fried turkey, right?
We do too, because I will eat off of leftovers. I'll freeze it and I'll eat off of leftovers until Christmas. I just like Thanksgiving that much.
I love that. Is my favorite meal of all time.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving
agreed.
meal.
Cranberry sauce.
Jellied. Not the
jellied.
berry.
Yeah.
Jellied cranberry.
Yeah. We
Not
need the fake stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it tastes so good. I eat them all the way to Sunday. Okay. All right.
I'm getting ready.
Y'all gonna get that gravy?
Yeah.
That bottled gravy? All right. We'll see you at 10 after Dancing with the Stars.